Hi Suzanne, I'm Miranda. I was just going to give some feedback on your post this week and kind of what you picked up from those videos that we got to watch as well. So I really enjoyed your video for a lot of things. You incorporated the textbook a lot, which I really appreciated because there is so much to learn from that. And it's nice to see those videos as well and see that application of those skills and things we are learning about. You brought up how, the clients there were autonomous, they were led to be able to kind of lead the session in a way. And a lot of that is because the counselor does need to learn what that specific problem is or what they are searching for in going to counseling. Also, forgive me, I'm in New York City this weekend and this is the quietest place I could find to record, believe it or not, so I apologize. But anyway, I agreed with you in the way when you said the counselor was stoic, the male counselor. I agree. When I've gone to counseling, I've had a different array of people, usually women, and they are, similar kind of in just spirit and personality, I find to myself. So I think as a client, I might at first struggle or be able to feel like there might be a bit of a barrier, but I think it's just a different of style, like you said. He was very intent and intentive and, direct with the client and was actually searching, and reflecting that meaning back to them. Just a bit of a different, as far as facial expressions or even body language, things like that we might be used to or that we ourselves would portray to a client. You mentioned how they asked a lot of questions, and they definitely did, and I think that's so important in kind of getting to that down to the bottom line of that meaning, because, like you said, we sometimes don't really know about all that our feelings express until we are able to have that space to talk about them. That's happened to me personally in counseling. I didn't know maybe there were certain issues or certain things that made me feel that way until I was asked the right question or, was able to have that freedom of just talking about it to an objective third party. So I definitely agree with you there. Also, you mentioned the multicultural competency, like our textbook and definitely the Code of Ethics talks about. That's something that makes me a little nervous. I feel like I'm not totally culturally competent. Grew up in Iowa, the Midwest, so not much going on there except for just, the average American family. So when I watched that video of the Hispanic American, it took me a little while to, understand, and I wonder if I would have been able to ask those questions or, come to that conclusion as well, like the counselor did, but he did a great job, and I look forward to learning more about that multicultural competency so I can apply that as I become hopefully a professional as well. Something that you said you would struggle with neutrality, I completely understand. I'm a bit of a cheerleader as far as like my personal life, my friends, my family. I want to root them on. I want to feel what they feel. But definitely one of the things that I would want to do is, put myself in their shoes, kind of like how our textbook talks about is one of the things that we can be working on now is, completely understanding and trying to understand what they are going through, and part of that is that multicultural, kind of that well-rounded whole picture, as a counselor going into that. So anyway, really enjoyed your post. I look forward to hearing more about that, and I am usually in Virginia, that's where I live, so you are my southern neighbor in North Carolina. Have a good one.